My bad, guys. YouTube was trying to throw a monkey wrench in the whole thing. So let's see what we got. Can you guys hear me? Let me move the chat. Man. What's going on, Josh? What's up, Gage? Thank you guys for being up early. There's a 7-second delay or so on YouTube, so by the time I read these, you guys will have already had new thoughts. But let's take a look at SPX. Let's start there. And this perfect channel that we got. And it wicked right off of it. Let's see if we can get a little closer. I mean, to the penny. You know, I drew this out. I don't know how many months ago, or maybe weeks ago. One sec. Still trying to let some people in. All right, so it's not holding pre-market at all. Let's see what the volume looks like. Light volume. NQ's doing the same thing. I will probably close these 406 QQQ calls right at open. And if there's an opportunity to buy back in, I will buy back in. One sec, let me move the chat. Hubs Dub, my guy. Mr. Theta himself. Are you still in those what was it, the Tesla sold puts? Move this. Mario, what's up? Let's look at some other stuff I got going. Affirm. Draw the lines. Got a hourly trend change that can happen right around 110. So anything above that is a go signal. Very similar to NVIDIA yesterday. So let's look at NVIDIA on the hourly. It's the exact same thing. So Firm looks ready. Can't hop in until we break the trend line. So set an alert. I'll go ahead and do that. Create an alert. Like I said, I closed my 1040, 1050s because my account was down 70%, but I'm still holding about 20K worth. Were they spreads or were they just sold puts? My guy Baymax, the teacher. Are you guys out on winter break right now? You should be. Shit, you just had Christmas. Let's see what makes that. Where's Steve at? Oh, put spreads. Okay. Both lines. All right, so back to Affirm. Affirm is the same pattern as NVIDIA. So if we can get a bull break, anything above 110 with volume, and when I say with volume, you guys hear me talk about volume all the time. You're looking at the light gray bars here. So we're looking for big, notable volume to come in, anything that's bigger than the bear volume. So you look on a day like this right here, this candle right here on the 27th, big bull volume. It's above average. Got a nice big green candle, went from 102 to 108. That's a big day. Now we're consolidating, kind of bull flagging. I don't know, it's not a true bull flag, but it's it's consolidation, and it's above the 80 MA. So again, any break on this with volume is a go signal. And then your first stops after 110 are 113, 128, but hell, anything above 111, and these names can run. They can go for a long time. Put spread. This is amazing. Thank you, R. Salim. Had the stomach when I was down 14 and Tesla was dipping below 9. Yeah, it was ugly. Elon was selling. It was just a bad time for put credit spreads. 1 second. It was a bad time for put credit spreads just because you had Elon selling for 10 days straight. So it's not anything that was your fault. It was really bad timing. Josh, I gotta do a live stream with Josh. I'll tell a great story later on, but Josh has really helped me tremendously. Last year, or maybe it was the year before, whenever the pandemic hit. But I'll go into that story later. It says we got so much room to go down, and still so healthy from yesterday's move. Very true. Very true. Let's see. Yes, he is a guru, and he's one of the best degenerate gurus I've ever seen. Just got my webcam, waiting on my mic to do my own trade recaps. Then we can do one. Perfect, man. That's gonna be fun. I'll tell you that much. So let's look at what's going on. So again, not too exciting. Oh shit. SPX isn't too exciting. Jeez, man, really? SPX isn't too exciting as long as it's not breaking through this channel. So until we can get through the channel, we're looking at consolidation, retracement, something along those lines. Let me see. Let's see where I drew this. So we'll pull a fib. And again, this is kind of just the stuff that I do every morning. I don't have a watch list or anything. As many of you guys know, I only really trade SPX right now. I traded QQQ yesterday, which was good. And somebody remind me it open to close those. Let's see. Oh, did we run a fib? Where did we run a fib from? We'll go from the swing low to the high. Any retracement, I don't know, down to the 0.236, 0.382 is healthy. I don't think we'll get down to the 0.382 today. I don't know where we'll go, but you can see a retracement back down to the 0.236 before we ultimately blast off. Does that happen this year? Does it happen? I don't know. Who knows? I'm here from OS. Brian, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining. People are going to say the world is falling. That's right. Josh, you know how it is. They always say that the world is going to crumble. Perma bears. Okay, you're not a degen. My bad, then. We do eat when food is on the table. You're absolutely right. Where's Solo at? Is he working today? Does he ever work? All right. Got 10 minutes to the bell opens. Is that Sarah? It says SJB. It has to be Sarah. That's another one we got to get in here. Me, Josh, Sarah, Warwick, Jolene. How you doing? Keston, what's going on? NQ. See what MQ's doing. Under the ADMA on the 15. You guys know what I say about that. Let's make this full screen. Yeah, Sarah's man spent most of the year just scalping the entire market away, completely destroying it. All right, so we got Nasdaq bouncing on the look at the golden pocket. So pull a fib from low to high, broke the ADMA, knew it was going down. If you trade futures, I don't, but if you did trade futures, this is all algos. You know, you're gonna run up, pivot, back down to the golden pocket, and now we should bounce. This is even a nice double bottom here. So we can get a bounce. We get some volume. Boom, 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 something like that. But you guys know I love the golden pocket retracements. They are profitable and they're low risk. You know, you lose the golden pocket and you really don't have a trade anymore. You know, so 0.618, 0.65, 0.707. There was a while where Tesla was, it was great and they ran this perfect. Tesla was blowing past the golden pocket and bouncing at the 0.786. And I watched enough Tesla candlesticks that I started catching on to what they were doing. So they know people are playing golden pocket retracements and they would just flush it. And they flush it right down to the 0.786 to the penny every single time and run it back up. So that was one of the things I noticed on Tesla. But it's also something that you have to watch, you know, hundreds of hours of candlesticks to know something like that. So worth watching here on the 15. I don't really trade on the 15 much anymore. It's mainly the hourly for me. And it probably looks the same. It's probably, yeah, I can eyeball that. It looks like the 0.5. No, golden pocket too. Wow. Yeah, to the penny. So we'll save that. Make sure that saves on the 15. Boop. And we'll go back to the 15. I'll do a video on fibs. It's not easy. It's pretty intricate and you can't solely rely on it. But it's why I play golden pockets more than anything else. Because you know if you lose it, you know, you just have to find a new entry. And your stop losses, you know, you can cut them relatively short, so it's good. Where's my YouTube page? There it is. Uh-oh, we got Warwick in here. Am I saying it right? Hold on. Damn it, I wish we could get Warwick in here. Warwick or Warwick? You got to help me out, man. I think I butchered your name the other day in the video. This damn 7-second delay. Well, which one? I've said it 17 times now, so you have to tell me which one. Either. Get out of here, man. Whatever flows. All right, so right now, my top watch is what are the Qs going to do? What are the Qs going to do? All right. So I'm going to switch NAS to 15 or 1 hour. Josh, what am I doing here? 15 or 1 hour? I'll do 15 for now, since we're about to open. Boom. What's the profile bit work? The only time you had a job interview. All right, let's look at Amazon. Amazon's pretty flat. Yeah, I like the 1 hour too. Sometimes auto works, sometimes it doesn't. What names are you guys watching? Let's throw some tickers out there. The move I got to digest is if it was drawn from the 15.498. XLK. Let's look at banks. Woo! Banks are on a tear, huh? Look at that. Bounced off the ADMA here on the 21st, right before Christmas, and never gave it up. This is an incredible run. Look at this. Where was JPM in all this? Because JPM's been flat. Wow. Look at this. Jesus. I mean, you get in on something like this, and then, well, you gap down, so I don't know about that. But, man, the minute it gets above the ADMA with volume, look at that. And now we're just in blue skies. All-time high? Is that all-time high? It is. Woo! How come you didn't call this one out? Have you been hiding these, Jolene? It's a pic from 5 years ago. Nobody listens to me. Get out of here. We got to talk to Jim and get you in members picks. I know you said the other day you were too much of a degen, but nope. Warwick, what can you do with that? I think so. I think mostly one of my best friends in the entire world, Pac-Man Enterprises here. He's learning how to trade at the very top. He's also my son's godfather. So he's in here learning. You called it 10 times. I guess I missed it. Can you guys tell I'm done, pretty much done with the van now? I've had way more time to be active in the community. All right. Cost. I saw somebody say Costco. You got 2 minutes till the bell opens. Costco looks good too. You got increased bull volume. Nice candlestick yesterday. 576 is all-time high. I mean, I don't see why not to play that. You can front run it or you can wait on the break, but you know what happens with all-time highs. It just keeps running. So very, very few times do you get, all-time high, especially in a name like Costco. You got holiday season, and not that fundamentals matter at all, but, I think you get anything going with this, and it's nice. RSI is steady and above the ADMA. It's just starting to get above the ADMA yesterday, so I think Costco's a good play. Probably going to start selling put credit spreads. That's a good one too. You gotta have the stones to do it. Let's see. We got a minute here. Give me 2 seconds while I close out this. 10 seconds actually. While I close out this final QQQ position, 406s. Those were good. And if you're not subscribed, I'm going to take this time right now to tell you guys to subscribe. Oh, 85%. I like it. Ooh, 93%. Yeesh. I'm going to close these and look for another entry just because I don't like how we moved in pre-market. All right, so that's done. All right, so let's watch. Let's watch the indices. Let's see what's going on. I don't know what the hell. Let's fix this first. Looks about right. All right, let's see. What else do we got? She's playing. I'm learning. Need a channel to Jen pick. That's funny. Nice clear mic, says Baymax, the teacher. I'm just gonna call him the teacher. What's up, teach? This is a Shure mic. They kept targeting me on Instagram, and they have really good ads. So they got me to spend a couple $100 on a mic, and I'm glad I did. So sounds good. All right, so Naz is blowing through the golden pocket here. So this is a full on retracement. If I was, I just closed it, but this is my signal to get out. We blew past the golden pocket with volume. We've blown past the 0.786 now with notable volume on the hourly. Let's look at the 15. Same thing. So this can be a full retracement back to 16,560. I may, with volume too. Look at this. So you always want to look at the exit volume. When people are exiting names, if it's a slow bleed, it's probably something you can withstand, you can hold out. But right off the bat, we are, this is notable volume here. This is a big candlestick. What's Tesla doing? Tesla is inversing the market. Everything else is fading and it's running. Sounds about right. Nice break above the trend line. So we got a trend change there. Daily trend change at that. Let's see what the Qs do going into the first 15 minutes. Let's see what we got. Oh, let's start. Once I get the mic, let's do it. One second. All right, so we're bouncing. It's a nice long tail. I think I said yesterday that right now dips appear to be buying opportunity. 48 looks good still. We haven't flushed. Did lose the ADMA on the hourly. Kind of in nosebleed too. Decent buying on SPY. Let's get SPY. This is ping pong. All right, so let's add. Got SPY over here. SPY looks good. I like SPY. What was this? I don't use pre-market. SPY looks all right. It's not. I'm not enticed to get in. 80 on the Q, says Steve. Steve, where you at? Are you in the chat or no? I don't know about every morning. I have a 5-year-old. Uh-oh. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain stream smooth. Viewers will experience buffering. Let me know if you guys have a problem with buffering. YouTube just sent me a message. Let's take a look at HD. All right, so SPY is getting a little freaky. All right, let's look at HD. Consolidation on HD on the hourly, still above the ADMA. RSI is fine. Look a decent play. Home Depot's been good to a lot of people. I know Warwick is one of them. I've played HD a few times. Let's look at it on the daily. No. Healthy higher highs, higher lows. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Longer contracts are good right now. Let's look at the options chain on HD. Are you guys still there? Shit. Hope I didn't lose you. Comments stop flowing. Damn it. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, such as viewing. One sec. Let's see. HD. Let's see. A month out, or not a month, maybe 2 weeks out. 410s or $5. That seems like a decent risk to reward ratio. Okay, good. You guys can still hear me. All right, let's look at Disney. Disney's on my whiteboard over here. I won't show. Oh, shit, you guys can see it. Never mind. I was going to say I won't show you my whiteboard, but I didn't catch you when it broke out. Oh, Disney does look good. Look at that. All right, I'll get back to my whiteboard in a minute. Disney does look good. It's actually one of my oversold top watches I have right here on this whiteboard. All right, so you can play Disney many ways. I told Andrew this in a text message not long ago. Hopefully he's in here. And I think there's a decent chance that Disney can gap fill from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just making higher highs and higher lows here on the daily. Pull a fib from this extreme, sell-off that we had. And where do we have the golden pocket? We have the golden pocket right back at the gap fill. If you guys remember back when I was doing watch lists here on TradingView, a lot of my plays were oversold plays. Just trying to get a retracement back to the golden pocket. So again, they're safe. They're very safe plays, and I'm risk averse, you can say. Just took 121, 160s on Disney. You guys should listen to Josh. How much were they? Or I guess I can pull up the chain. Let me see. January 21st, 160s, Disney. $1.86. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I might take that with you right now. Good volume on it too. Well, you already got 20 cents on them. You got a head start. That's another one. All right. This is another one of Josh's names. You is oversold. You guys know I love playing downside stuff, and I don't know how I missed this. You guys know my famous saying, very famous saying here. Upper wicks are for selling. How I missed this, I don't know. You go from 210, test the ADMA, run back up in a complete break, and it just loses the whole thing. This is a massive play if you're watching candlestick patterns. Oh, yeah, see, I told you 1.8, you did pay. This thing lost 40% in a matter of, what is this, November 18th, a month. Bottomed out. But just imagine buying puts and buying puts a month out and watching it flush 80 or 40%. These are $1 million plays. So anyway, upper wicks are for selling. Lose the ADMA and you just slide all the way down. You find a bottoming process eventually. And obviously I found it right here. This is the pivot. This is where it turned around. You're above the ADMA. Not really a bull flag, more just consolidation than anything else. And you can probably play this to the upside as well. So we'll pull another fib from this 210 down to the swing low. You can probably buy calls back at 180. So you can likely buy something very far out of the money. Buy some time. And you guys know I do this religiously here. It's all algos. The whole system is built on bots. So let's see what the options chain on U looks like. And it's all about risk to reward. I am a sucker for cheap contracts that have the potential to run. All right, so U contracts, let's say 180, so that's a stretch. It doesn't need much to get legs though. 160 or 390, that's $13. That's this thing runs 10% in a day sometimes. All it needs is news. You get news and you can see 20% in a day. You see how it sold off 40% over a month, but these things, a lot of these names, these retail names get legs and they just don't stop. Sorry, trying to get all the windows open at once with YouTube. All right, it's got to be a better way. All right, I'm back. Dow Day, says Steve. It's very possible. Very possible. So they don't want to sell. They don't, or they won't, or they can't sell SPX right now. No reason to bring it down. So there's no reason to actually really be in anything, calls or puts. Bear flag kind of negated. Let's see if we can get we got 40 seconds to close above the ADMA, and we'll watch for the next candle and see what happens. You guys trading or chat went quiet? Give me some questions. I get DMs all the time. Facebook, Disney, the only thing moving right now. That's right. Let's see what Microsoft's doing. Microsoft trying to hold the 15-minute ADMA after a big run yesterday. I think it was up 6%, or maybe it was $6. I don't remember. Roblox, let's look at Roblox. RBLX. Kind of bear flaggy. Somebody didn't want it to sell. Let's see what the volume looks like. So a lot of exit volume here on this candle. We're right back above the ADMA on the 15-minute time frame. Be a turning point, but it, here's your flagpole. Where's that at? It's in the way. And here's your bear flag. So somebody came in with a lot of money here. and said, nope, not today. 103 was their 103.25 was their buying was their buy order. And if you go back and look, that kind of makes sense because you have touches here. So this used to be resistance, right? So resistance, former resistance turns to support. So this makes a lot of sense. So next time you see it come back down to 103, you can probably buy. You have a decision to make. If we set up another, what is this, 15-minute candle that comes down and tests this and breaks, I don't know if it breaks low a day, but if it comes back down, now we do have a bear flag. So we'll see what happens. NQ 4-hour 8 wick right now. Let's see. NQ 4-hour. Yep. They don't want to sell it. Leads me to believe we may bounce, we may run. But I think the likely scenario is to chop. We had a really good day yesterday. Everything was on autopilot. You didn't have to do anything at all. I'd like 107 for confirmation to the upside on Roblox. I think you're right. Let's see. — 107 looks good. Yeah, 106.98 was the last. Yeah. Does it have the juice to get there? Does it have the juice to get to all-time high? That's not all-time high. I'm tripping. Does it have enough juice to get over that 109? I guess is the better question. So are you trying to scalp it or are you trying to take a position? I hate this name, Roku, but it does this, man, and it's it's never when you expect it. I don't know how anyone could have seen this coming. Look at this, look at this 15 minutes. Where does this come from? Is this news? Does anybody know? What's anybody supposed to do with this? Look at this candle. Like, how do you see something like this coming? Let's see if anybody knows. If you're a scalper, you wait for consolidation. You probably go shorter time frame, 15 minute, 5 minute. Let's run a 5 minute. Let's see. Pull a fib and see where it retraces. You see it bounced at the 0.236. Very hard, and look at now it's just blowing to go. Wow. Jesus. It's nonstop. So now you wait for the next. You just wait for the next high or low. You just have to wait. What a move. God, I hate Roku. Anyone still in Square? Let's see. I didn't take a position in Square. I have it on a watch list that I've written out. Not a good day for Square. Lost the hourly ADMA. This is kind of bear flaggy. I don't know. Not a true bear flag. Pull, flag, break. Jimbot had it at 231-ish. Highlight who is Jimbot, and 2, what name are you talking about at 231.50? Can't play Square. I can't. The daily is ugly. I wouldn't play it until you get some bull volume above the ADMA. So somewhere around above this candle. Maybe that's too far. Above 170, 171 is good for Square. Roku, Algo, Jimbot, got it. But what do you mean 231? Square is at 167. So I'm just trying to figure out what 231 is. Look at Sarah. Sarah left the chat, hopped in Roku, crushes Roku on a weekly contract, and she's probably off to the gym. HD. Somebody said HD is running. Let's look at HD. HD is running. 410s look good to me. Let me pull up the option chain. HD. 2 weeks out. You got the bid at 450, the ask at 505. Spread isn't as tight as I like it to be. Let's see. I know you do. I remember last year you and I were both playing Roku, and some days you loved it, and really some days you hated it. It's just one of those things you got to catch it. I don't know if I'm up or down. I don't even want to look at my true P&L on Roku, because if I'm down, I'm probably gonna be mad. But you win some, you lose some with Roku. But it's good when you win them. Did I get tagged in something? Educational chat, training floor. All right, HD. Oh, what was I saying about HD? The dog. Hope he doesn't need to go out. Costed a full V. What time frame you looking at? You see how it respected the ADMA? Today might be a true lesson on the power of the ADMA. When you get bull volume like this, or let's see, when you get a candle like that and bull volume, consolidation, volume tapering off, but the name going up, they don't want to sell it. They don't want to sell it. There's money in here. Costco isn't a name that traps people. It's a, I don't know, consumer staples, or I don't know the different verbiage for what these things are called, but I know this candle means something, and they don't want to sell it. It came down here and it respected the ADMA. If you are day trading, I said I really wasn't going to day trade. Let's see. If it gives me an opportunity, I'll trade something. I didn't want to trade anything live or take a position live, but let's see. Costco looks good. All right. Next week. Ooh, pricey. Pricey. Let's see what weeklies look like. Even the weeklies are expensive. 270s or 238. All right, let's give Costco. Well, let's play. I'll play. 241. I'm in. Let's see if I can get a fill. I am in. I'm in 270s. I'm not telling you to take this. I like the chart. I like how it respected the ADMA. There's money in the name. I think I got a shitty fill. Or I don't think I can say that on live. I got a bad fill. It's a 20-cent spread. Let me see what I paid. I paid 237. It's not too bad. I think it has a chance to get in the money. Let's see. 15 looks good. Just trying to. It's above the 80 MA. I see what you mean. Full V. Premium moves nice. I haven't played Costco in a long time. Thank you. You can go fairly out of the money on Costco as long as you buy time. I bought weeklies, so I don't have much time. It has to make a move for me. Let's see. I will cut Costco on a loss of the 80 MA. So that's 561.75. That is my stop out on the hourly here. I won't monitor it too much. It's not a big deal. But it may retest this 80 MA again. What's Amazon doing? Haven't looked at that. It's up $4. Amazon's been flat. I don't know what's going on. Bezos still run the company or what? SPX is doing a thing. Let's look at the options chain for SPX right now too. What do I think about OSTK overstock? Let's see what overstock's doing. Let's check on some other things real quick first. Nothing's really moving. It's not an exciting day. It's a learning day, I guess. But you guys know me. I'm super boring. There's no, like I could sit on my hands forever. OSTK. Overstock. Ooh, I had this drawn out once before, huh? Let's see. Let's see what it did before. I drew this 102. So it did retrace, took itself to the 0.5, came back down to the 0.236. Look at the power of fibs, though. Look at the power of fibs. All this is algo driven. It comes to these marks here, and it just stops. Like, why did it stop there? Computers are just, they're programmed. You know, you sell it from 102 to 65. Damn near cut in half. You find the bottom, and then boom, you retrace 0.236. You come back down, 0.236 again, come back down. Stop at the 0.5. Stop at the 0.236. It's just a game of, you know, where's it going next? Just trim the 1/3 of those Disneys for 25%. It's amazing. Look at this. Look at my entire watch list. Flat, 0.3, 0.1, 0.4, 0.3. Pretty boring stuff. Overstock on the daily. I don't like it. RSI is low. That's, I don't use RSI for much. I just told someone this, and I can't remember who. I don't use RSI for much, especially to the upside. And I'll give you why I don't use it to the upside. It just means that, you know, if you have an RSI at 70 or 75, it just means that people want in. That doesn't give it a reason to sell. You know, people get out of trades because they think the police are back. It doesn't, just because an RSI is at 70, 75, 80, doesn't mean that it has to sell. It just means that people want to buy the stock. I'm not sure that that's a valid reason to exit a trade. But on the flip side, if it's oversold, and we have overstock here at, you know, 28 sitting at 29 on the RSI, there's a low risk trade there because how much further can it sell? You know, it blew through what was notable support here. Really. Look at that. I like it to come back up. You know, what's next? 60? I don't know if there are any more sellers on overstock. Highlight. Central. So, we can pull a fib and start there. I don't think it gets back to 93 anytime soon, but I like it to at least get back to 67. Let's try it. At least get back to the bottom of what was support at one time. Does that make sense? AT&T is supposed to have the fastest internet. I can tell you that is not the case right now. Consolidation day on Costco. What did I say? Hourly ADMA. Again, I'm in this trade. Let's see. It's down 21% as fast as you can blink. I tell Cage all the time, Mr. Pac-Man Enterprise, I hope he's still here. You got to stomach letting these things play out and develop. And I'm trying to teach him that now all the time. I think it clicked. Hopefully it clicked with him. I showed him that Tesla play from last week. I was down 70% on that play. And there was just no reason to cut it down 70, but the trade setup was still valid. Like, it never lost that wedge, that hourly wedge. So when I'm down 70% down here somewhere, it never broke. So there was, like, the trade was still valid. As stupid as it sounds, you're down 70%, but it was completely valid still. It never broke the wedge. I know you hate seeing red. It's tough to stomach, man. It really is. It's hard, especially you see 70%. Mentally, it kills you. But when you learn to draw and you kind of learn the setups, had I had an hour gone by and just pretend this is a red candle and it broke the wedge, yeah, I exited it, or maybe not, because at that point I'm down 80 or 90%. So what's the point of exiting? But it was clear that they couldn't sell it, and this is perfect. It was perfect. And then you see where we're at now, consolidation day. So again, it's just the importance of understanding the setup, understanding where you are. And I say that to go back to Costco. My invalidation is a loss of the ADMA. It can chop around today, and I'll probably end up down 50% on it. But, if tomorrow we get numbers on, Christmas shopping or anything like that, this thing runs, 3% in a day. So, Disney 40%. I hope you guys took that trade. I hope somebody took that trade. Work. The van will be done maybe tomorrow or the day after. I'm trying to think of when I'll be back in Costa Mesa. Hopefully you guys can pull up. Those are my Orange County boys. And check it out at the facility. Q's gave up the whole move. I like SPX here. It's riding the hourly ADMA. I don't know if there's a position to take. I have to look at the chain. But let's see. Today is Tuesday. What's tomorrow? Premium is expensive. The 4810s are maybe something a little further out. 4820 is 930. I mean, it's not the worst. We can drink Celsius. I actually didn't have a Celsius today. I needed something a little bit stronger. I got what is this? Nitro. I got a Nitro, which is actually the equivalent to crack. I don't understand how Starbucks can sell something like a Nitro cold brew without having people sign a waiver or some type of disclaimer. I've never been more amped than when I drink a Nitro. It's almost unhealthy. I wonder what it does to the heart. Grady's cold brew from Whole Foods, the GOAT. I live in Whole Paycheck. It has taken a lot of my money. I used to live across the street from one. I think my pocketbooks are healthier the further away I get from it. Like, yeah, exactly. Like your heart may explode. Nitro's serious, man. I don't know. It's never not worked. You know, I drink cold brew sometimes when I don't want to be a crack addict. And no offense to anyone who has substance abuse problems, but I don't understand how it works every single time. Cold brew sometimes it's a 80 or 90% clip, but sometimes if I'm too tired, it doesn't work. I've never had that problem with Nitro. K-Bar, yes, you must try Nitro. Nitro's serious, man. I'll be up till tomorrow. We may keep this thing going for 24 hours even after the market closes. Might be able to trade crypto. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Bear flag. Got an hourly bear flag on Bitcoin. It's a big sell-off from where it was over the weekend, right? There's your pull. Here's your flag. Tried to break bear. It was bought up at 48,325. And again, this is just simple market structure. You have to understand what type of market you're in. You can't go long when this is selling off, you know. And here's our favorite upper wick again too. So you get a nice big run, and then boom, sellers came in. Big upper. Lose the ADMA, and it works the same way on crypto. You know, algos are algos; they're all programmed. It's all done by the same people. They run the same algorithms. You lose the ADMA on crypto, it's the same as losing the ADMA on Apple. Lose the ADMA, flush. Look at this. For how many hours? I don't know. What's this? 2 days worth or something? Yeah, probably like 2 days worth. So 2 days of selling, consolidation, tried to break bear. Still doesn't look pretty. You may test it again, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4 good touches. SPY's doing a U-turn. What's SPY doing? Where's it going? Yeah, it's a choppy day, bro. It's a learning day. I knew we were here to learn today. Clear out some of these notifications. What's going on trading floor? Is everybody here from OS outside of Cage? I was trying to see if some people would sign up. How many people do we have in here? 30 people viewing. Is everybody subscribed? That is the real question. You don't need to reply, but if you aren't, go ahead and please subscribe and hit the like button. Even if you don't like it, just like it, please. Ooh, NVIDIA sliding. All right. This has my interest. Ooh. Bear flag, so we're going to hit low a day. This is without a doubt. We're going to hit low a day here. Four minutes left in this candle. They may save it. Let's draw it out, though. Let's put an alert. All right. So you have a 15-minute bear flag that's trying to break. Guillermo, what's going on? My alert went off for NVIDIA. Apple's going to retest low a day. Let's see what Apple's doing. Let's pull up more charts too. All right, so let's keep SPX. Let's keep the NAS. NAS gave it all back, huh? Look at that. Let's put that NAS on the hourly. Look at this. So you could have played puts once it lost the golden pocket. Probably would have got washed out coming back up this way. So it's difficult to trade if you're just trying to day trade. Scalping may have worked, but there's no way you can execute this the way you think you could have. So it looks like we're taking a turn. So let's start looking at plays. Tesla gave back the move. It's clear they're selling 4,800. It can't stay. I won't say it can't stay above it because it's above it now. Yes, Mario sent me a great. I sold half of that BHVN at 100. Let's see. All right. SPX holding's not as bad as it seems. Tech is notably weaker than SPX SPY. Watch NVIDIA. It may come back and retest. Let's see. It may come back and retest upper trend line. So we got here. We may get a test of this back down to 297. This is where you should be a buyer. You should be about 97-ish, somewhere around there. I think Musk isn't done selling. I wouldn't be surprised if soon he will leave Tesla and focus on SpaceX. I can see that. You know, as traders, that type of stuff doesn't matter to us, and we can't predict it. But you know, it's not a bad thesis. Move that. Why not work? Why not? You don't think Elon gets bored of all of this stuff? He just had to pay. You know, I know I just said none of this should matter. You don't think he hates paying billions of taxes and is like, you know what, I'm just gonna walk away from all this stuff. Tesla can run itself. Let me focus on space and beating Bezos. That dude's brain runs a million. It does. You're right. He needs to be overwhelmed. He can be overwhelmed with space. All right, so look, you guys keep an eye on NVIDIA. So is there news on Elon not being done selling? Is that why this is going down? I have way too much going on my screens, so I can't look at news. You're right, he probably does explode. If he's like, there's no way he could sit down and just do this. You know what I mean? And just kind of chill. All right, so my levels for Tesla 1072. You can clearly see this line here. If we blow past that, there's a huge gap. I don't think this is ridiculous to come back and fill this. This is similar to my WTF. My WTF zone back on SPX that played out perfectly. They should give awards for stuff like that. Yeah, something came out a few days ago saying he needs to sell more, but they don't know if it's going to happen in January. That's interesting. I need to close that window. And I'll open this one. So right now, this is what I'm watching. I don't. We're 303. I don't know. Does it get to 296? That'd be a harsh sell off. But again, I'd be a buyer at this upper trend line, and my stop loss would be, somewhere around 290 maybe. But I'm absolutely a buyer here at this upper trend line. Draw the lines. Pull up the hourly. Draw your points from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And see if it comes back and does it. And retraces. Algo called what? 350 puts on Facebook. Wouldn't that be sold? All right, let's see. Facebook, huh? Speaking of bets, somebody get Will in here. I think I owe the man $20 if Biden doesn't retire in the next 3 days. I didn't think he'd make it a year. So I got to get his Venmo or Cash App or Zelle, whatever he wants. Josh, what do you see on this Facebook scalp that you are referring to? Because I see sellers. Let's look on the 15-minute. I see sellers and I see a possible bear flag. Possible bear flag being pole here. Flag here. See how it plays out. 5-minute flag broke bear. Oh, well. Well, there you have it, huh? Shit. Sometimes TradingView doesn't work the way I like it. Like in my brain, I shouldn't have dots. Like it should know that I'm done drawing like this. At work, remind you he stepped down Twitter. Elon was part of Twitter? Why you don't front run the stall until confirmation? Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I don't know. It's could probably take a short here too. Short the lower high, as you say. All right. Spending too much time watching names that aren't moving. Roku is moving. Big upper wicks. All right. 240. Let's watch it. Let's see what happens. See where it retraces to. 0.382 or 0.5. Where's it going? Quickly, someone. You could short these Roku wicks. You could. Let's go back and see the last time Roku had a crazy run. What happened? Wow, look at that run. Jeez. Yeah, can't find anything recently. Whatever. Auto. What happened to the candlesticks? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Okay. Oh, they're in my volume. Oh, my bad. Thank you, bruh. Still healthy. It's really just consolidation. You know, Nas broke over what was, big resistance. Next stop, obviously, is 16,771. I'm over it, K-bar. Right click and move the bar. I'll just close the tab. We'll start from scratch. To hell with it. Let's see. Chris just DM'd me. Let's see what he says. Chris is great, man. He has the best questions. And then he kicks himself after he watches plays run up. I don't think anybody has more winners than Chris. Just silently, and then doesn't take all of them. Like if I took I'll say 50% of the names, the tickers that he DMs me and asks me to look at a chart, like better than 50% of them win. And a lot of these names I have no clue. I've never even heard of them. There's one he texts me. Chris is a G. There's so many that he texts me. I'm like, bro, how do you find these? And he told me the other day. He was like, oh, it's a scanner that he uses on Webull, which I still haven't checked out. I need to do that. Great guy. Guy just turned 21. Yeah, whipping around college in an AMG. Boy, times have changed, man. Let me see. I had a 96 Nissan Maxima my freshman year at CSUN. I had 6 a.m. classes. Had to drive to the valley, from Inglewood to the valley every day because I hated the heat. I didn't want to be in school when it was 100 degrees in the valley. It was the worst. Ultimately ended up dropping out, but, it's neither here nor there. The firm's not doing anything. Tesla's still selling. Other stock is a decent play. I think, that was Highlight that said that. I'll put this on watch. Let me write that. Let me write this whiteboard. Let's see. OSTK. Oh, I'll tell you guys now. CRM is probably my top oversold play for 2022. This one is going to be a moneymaker. I am certain of this. There's no certainties in trading, but this one I am almost certain of. We are going to fill that gap. That gap is going to be filled one way or another. Let me draw a fib. Where am I going to pull from? From here. Look where that golden pocket lines up. This picture perfect. I'm going to print this out. I'm actually going to print this out because this one is going to make me a lot of money. Tons. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to save that. Uh-oh. Chong says Amazon. What is Amazon doing? I got to look now. JPM is moving as well. Oh, it was defended. Is Mo in here? Mo gave us a trade idea last night, and he said 33.90. Of course I didn't take it. 33.90 was support, and that's fine. It came to 33.83. This is obviously just a nice push down. Those things overreact sometimes, but he said if that held his support, we could see 34.20, I think he said, or something. I got to go back and look. It's too far out. Maybe somebody can look in the SPX chat. But I think it was a good trade idea. I still don't know how to how to read his algo charts, but they seem useful. They seem pretty beneficial. We have 3 minutes left in this candle here. Amazon could possibly print a solid hammer candle. We can get just a couple more bucks, and that's pretty bullish. And it looks like we're going to. Look at that. It's a solid hammer candle. It came down to 33.83. Hourly candle's going to close above the 80 MA. And this could be a turnaround. And the problem is Amazon's very hard to time. If you get in the wrong time at Amazon and you lose $3 or $4, your whole position could be down 80%. But it's going. Look at it. I almost want to take it. It's a solid close of the hourly candle. These wicks scare me though. What's SPX doing? $34.40 breaking over. Oh, Sexy Dexy, you threw me off, man. How the hell do you go from Chong Hong to Sexy Dexy? You gotta make a uniform, man. Or at least put it in parentheses. All right, let's see. It changes everything. Let me look at it again. Well, that's a beautiful candle on the hourly. What's the price of 3500s? Wait, hold on. Okay, bro, what'd you say? No, I'm Korean, bro. You're right, I know. What am I looking for? Amazon. Amazon weeklies. This is unplayable. Look, you guys, look at the options, Shane. This is insane. 3500s are $14. You are almost better off. Let me get to the screen. You're almost better off playing SPX if you're playing weeklies. You're kind of banking on Amazon to have, 50 to 100 point day, because you have to catch the premium and your entry has to be right. So if the rest of the week is a slow and not volatile, and you play 3600s, if it doesn't have a big day tomorrow, you're not going to catch much premium. 3600 has good value, and that is $4. So if you play 3600s and you get in maybe at the 80 MA, so if it comes back in it, so let's just draw a fib. Just on the hourly. So if you get in on any type of retracement here, 3412, 3406, which lines up with the 80 MA, and you hop into the 3600s, which could be, $3 by then, I think that's the only way to play it. Unless we push here. Yeesh. Yeah, we're going to push. It's 34.30 the next stop. Let's look at volume. It's good volume too. I don't know. It's really hard. I should have listened to Mo. The buy was definitely at 390, he said last night. $3,600s. I'm tempted to play. They went from 3 to 440 in a matter of seconds. This thing's gonna go. Yeah, it's gonna go. I missed it. I can completely see algos just being turned on from here. Watch the hourly. Because if the algos are on, the algos are on. $33 can, 1% can turn to 2% very fast on Amazon on the day. It's not what I meant to do. Oh, that's a good question, Josh. Is it time? I'm not going to play. I'm not going to be burned on camera. I refuse. This is a teaching day for me. Too choppy. SPX is holding though, man. Just wants to explode. 34.50s. What's the price on 34.50s? Will it cost me my newborn? I don't have a newborn. Will it cost me my firstborn? Let's see. 34.50. $9 isn't bad. No. That's 10. You said 34.50. $31. You're crazy, Josh. Yeah, it's too late. I agree. You would have had to get in sub 3,400, and that's a payday. Let's see what the low of the 3,500 contracts were today. 3,500s had a low of 735. They are now worth $17. That's more than a double. People think trading is glamorous, don't they? Like when your friends and family say, "Hey, what do you do? Throughout the day you trade." It's actually really boring. I spend most of my time training the dog. Right here, usually. And where is Steve? He must be in surgery. Miggs, as we call him. My man T Zillow says he got in late and hit 20%. This is a whale. A whale has entered the chat. And my man has a baby on the way. Congratulations on that. Looking for volume anywhere. Can't play Roku. I think it's too late for Amazon. Tesla. I talked about the NVIDIA retest of the upper trend line. This may be the Tesla retest. Nah, Megs put that on. I was down 60% on my Amazon. Cause now almost flat after averaging down. Nah, Megs put Microsoft volume picking up. Let's look at Microsoft. Keep an eye on this as well. Again, you know, we like to come back and test breakouts. So keep an eye on Tesla. Microsoft. This is another one of Andrew's names. Let's delete that. Let's look at the hourly. Nice and steady of the ADMA. Has not lost the hourly ADMA. Has tested it twice, 3 times. I think I said last week in the chat, I liked Microsoft 345. If you got in Microsoft at close on Friday and you grab the 345s on a nice bull day, let's look at the real quick. If you got in Friday at close, those contracts for 345 were 38 cents. I think yesterday they closed it $1.80. That was a very good low risk, high reward trade. You got resistance here, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches here. What does Microsoft do next? All-time highs, basically 350. We can't go unless tech goes. So we would need a day like yesterday to happen again. Hold on one sec. Just the dog. We would need a day like yesterday to give us another green bar like this. So this is just we didn't even get an inside bar. So that's actually noteworthy as well. We didn't get an inside bar. We just got another solid, push up. So just a pause day, not even consolidation, just a pause day. All right, so back to Microsoft. It's holding the ADMA. I mean, there's nothing, I don't see an entry. I don't have an entry. But it's a healthy chart. Looks good. Thoughts on SE? My guy Digswell. Another OG from the chat. Oops. Let's see. Start at the daily and work my way down. Just off the dribble. It's not a pretty one. I would wait for a trend change. You guys are gonna have to give me 2 seconds. I gotta let the dog out. It sounds like he has to pee. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. SE. So, oh, I'm not back. Give me 1 second again. Sorry. All right, SE. Looks like the selling is kind of stopped. You got the volume decreasing, selling volume decreasing. One sec. Ideally, you'd like to see bull volume come in. So you want to see a candle like this one here. a candle like this one here. A candle like this one here. You just want to see notable volume coming into the name. And you see what happens when volume comes in, right? Volume comes in. You get a nice run of the ADMA. So you want to start with volume coming in, and this isn't going to happen this year. This is going to happen, a few days, a couple weeks. You want to see volume come in. You want to see a daily close above the ADMA. You just want to see a nice steady uptrend. You want to see higher highs and higher lows. Very easy. It's an easy trade once the selling stops. Look at contracts a month out, a couple weeks out. I don't know what the premium looks like. I don't know how this name moves. Check the spreads. You want a nice tight spread. Nothing crazy. But, you're getting consolidation. You're getting a drop off in selling volume. So it's a good start. Did that answer your question? Affirm. I mentioned this morning I liked Affirm. It's just lost the hourly ADMA. Not a fan of it anymore. It's a retail name. Hold on. Hey, buddy. Over here. It's one of those retail darling names. They just have to wash retail out. And it looks like that's what they're doing now. I don't like it until it breaks. Until the hourly trend change comes. So until we get something like this, I'm not interested until it breaks this. Until then, you can almost play puts back down to 96, somewhere around there. Because they're not ready to get it, They're not ready to have this name run yet. I just see someone talking about Affirm in the chat. But yeah, you can play puts. Lost the ADMA, big upper wick on the hourly. I wouldn't be long in the name right now, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah, same on the daily. Man, he's a puppy and he's the loudest thing ever. He's very rambunctious. Come here. Anybody remember when he was a baby? Uh-oh. He was 5 pounds when I picked him up. And now he's like 50. He's a good boy, though. A lot of puppy energy. Oh, stop. Yeah. If I wasn't on live, I'd probably scalp some Affirm puts. Get down. Oh, you're a good boy. I don't have any treats for you right now, though. Sit. Nope. Yeah, I'd more than likely be in puts once it lost the hourly ADMA. Relax. Yeah, bro, he's huge. He's gonna end up being 100 pounds. I have him in obedience training, just because he needs to learn manners. He's so big that I gotta teach him to stop jumping on people when we're walking, and it's a liability. We're out on a walk and somebody says, "Oh, can I pet your dog?" and he jumps on them and he knocks them over. They hit their head on the concrete, then they sue. So, but he's big. He's playful, man. He's a good dog. Hey, stop it. Come on. Stop. Good boy. All right. What else you guys looking at? I could probably do this for another 30, 45, something like that. $4,800 is the number to watch on SPX. God, I hope that's not too loud for you guys. Relax. Good boy. $4,800. So I need to keep that up. All right, man. I gotta put you away. Sorry. I got him riled up. I'll be right back. Come on. All right, that's the last commercial break. What was I saying? 4,800. Costco is moving. My guy, good call. Let's see. I don't know where I'm at in the position. Let's see. Oh, 2.5%. I think I was down 40 at one point. And try not to look. Again, this is what I tell Cage. Just as long as the setup is still valid, you have life, and that is all that matters. Can't get faked out, especially with options. You know, if you're trading individual stocks, if you have the cash to do it, and you're trading, 200 shares of Apple, and it moves 80 cents, you're not panicking. But when you lose premium with options, it'll kill you mentally if you sit there and watch every tick. Me and T-Zilla took 565s. It's up nicely. Yeah, I went a little further out. What did I get? 570 or 560s. So I need to move, but I'm not. Like I said, it's not something that I'm going to toss and turn over if I swing. Sexy Dexy says the algos are kicking in. Let's see. It's a solid play, that Costco there. Consolidation. Look, they don't want to sell it. And this is really what trading is about. Just watching, and you're waiting for a big move. If a couple days down the line, I'm thinking back. I'm like, hey, they couldn't sell 4,800. We found support at 4,800. Maybe they flashed it down to 47.90, but for the most part, it held 47.94. As long as we're ping ponging back and getting back to 4,800, using it as support, it's still pretty healthy. We had a good, I think it was maybe a 60-point day yesterday. So Amazon took off. Damn. Amazon took off. Amazon, what were we looking at? 3,600s. They went from 4 to 530. What's that? A 25% move, something like that. Very tough to play Amazon, though. Is Amazon worth a 25% move? Depends on your entry. If you check Costco's chart yesterday on the 2-minute or 5-minute, pretty much every dip was profitable to buy. My scalping days are behind me. You guys remember when I was scalping like crazy mid-year? I went ham on the scalps. It drove me crazy. It was very profitable, but it drove me crazy. It required so much brain power and so many decisions to be made that I got decision fatigue. But it was good because it came at a time when I was going through a move as well. So I was packing, moving. So after scalping for, I don't know, 2 months or whatever, because it was a scalping market, we couldn't swing anything. The break came at a good time. So I think I took like 2 weeks off, moved, was setting up the new trade station and all that. So it came at a good time. But yes, swings do pay big bucks. You got to stomach consolidation in some of the moves. But yes, I hope we can get back to a consistent swing season. The market's been on easy mode. But yeah, less stress for sure with swings. Swings. Take quality setups, bigger positions on quality setups. Setups like Tesla. I'll talk about Tesla from now to the end of time because it was legitimately, one of my best trades of the year. This thing was beautiful. Falling wedge. Maybe I'll do a video on falling wedges. If I can find enough of them, I'll do. I'm sure I can find enough of them. I'll do a falling wedge, tutorial. They're almost as easy as golden pocket bounces. Because you have a clear stop. If your candlesticks fall out of your wedge, your trade is over. Look at that. There's a dog barking at a squirrel. The dog isn't smart enough to know that he'll never catch the squirrel. Ever. So we're glued to 4,800. It's a boring day. It's not like yesterday. Yesterday was very fun. CRM, man. Map it out. I'll put it in technical analysis later. I haven't put anything in there in a long time. But this lines up. CRM. Let's look at the contracts for CRM. CRM a month out. 275s are. The bid is 175. The ask is 217. I mean, if you can get filled at $2 and you have a month, I mean, the risk to reward is there. Like, it's not moving, but it's moving in the right direction. Say you buy 270s at $2 a month out. And this is, if you don't understand how premium works, this I'm going to tell you. You get 270s and we get to the gap fill. We get to the 0.65, right? So we do something like, give me 1 second. I hate when he whines. Let me let the dog out. All right. You pay $2 for a contract. 270 is in the money. Gets to 280. Those twos turn to 10. 2 turns to 10 in a month. You buy one contract. $200 turns to $1,000. And you have a month to get there. So It was Andrew who I just told you got to have the proper risk to reward. At least 2-1. 3-1 is better. This is 5-1 because it's going to get to the golden pocket. Don't know when, but it's going to get to the golden pocket. The CRM will trade at 280 again, and that's a low risk, high reward play. I'm going to play that. I'm going to play that big. Josh says he's re-adding to Disney. Disney gap fill lines up with the golden pocket as well. Tech does not look good. Tech does not look good. Upper wick. Lost the ADMA. I'm going to pull my fib from... I'm going to pull my fib from this double bottom here. That's when it started running. I don't know, actually. Which one makes more sense? I'll stick with that one for now. Sit. Let's get SE off the screen. Netflix is bull flagging. I mentioned this in the watch list. Tech isn't it pretty, man? Absolutely nothing, Josh. It's a very boring day. Yesterday was the day to do a live stream. Today too. It's fine. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with this. You can short this lower high though. That's for sure. On the Qs. I'm gonna look at some puts. Sorry. Internet is running remarkably slow for a company that claims to have the fastest internet speeds with this fiber optic stuff. All right, so I'm looking at QQQ puts on a retest of 1600. That's too far. Let's see if it can go positive. If it goes positive, if 16,590 is interesting, which would bring the Qs to 402. If I can get 402 filled at $2, it's interesting to me. It just doesn't have it. Look at these upper wicks. Price isn't being accepted here. They're trapping it under the ADMA. I guess the time to get in the trade was here on this candle here. That was pre-market. So I guess really it opened. But it doesn't like it. Tech can't run as long as it's under the ADMA. Maybe puts aren't the way to go. I wish I played spreads more. Apple going for high of day. Let's check out Apple. Apple's gone on low volume. Volume's decreasing and it's going higher. But something needs to keep the market afloat, right? Because if it's not banks, if banks aren't going to do it, it needs to be Apple. I say this all the time. You have to look at what's moving. All right. I'm going to take a Roku trade because I don't value money. That's the only time you play Rokus, if you don't like money. I only want to spend $1. Let's see. I want to spend $1 on this week. God, it's moving too fast. It's moving too fast. I can't play it. The idea sounded good at the time. Ideally, a good trade, a good trader who's watching retracement of names would have played Roku on an 8 EMA bounce. 0.5 held. Good entry would have been a hold here. Let's see if we can make higher highs and higher lows. Can short coin here. Josh just throwing out plays. He went from saying there's nothing to trade to like spitting out bars. Woo! Why is coin selling off? And you know what? I have some things to say about coin. I have a few buddies, and I think Josh was one of them, whose Coinbase account got hacked in the last week or so, and it was a nightmare. You know, thousands of dollars just taken from the account, and I don't know if crypto is. Bro, relax, sit. I don't know if crypto is FDIC insured, which sucks. So the cash, I guess you can get back from your bank, but if they take the crypto's gone, right? That's not insured by the FDIC. Sit. Sit. Good boy. What would your strike be on a coin short, Josh? 250? Yeah, man, Apple's gone. It's ran $1 since you said it. Costco pushing for 566. 566. So let's see. We're right at resistance on the hourly. Last time it hit here, it sold off. I actually may take my position off. Just because I have so far out of the money. Oh, I'm up 10%. I'll take the 10%. You guys know me. Oatmeal's better than no. I don't really want to focus on it. It's a good trade. Got in at 237. Let's see what I get filled at. Ooh, it's a bad fill. Whatever. I'll take it. Just because I don't want to manage it. Not because I don't believe the play is valid. I don't want to have to manage it. And it's right into some hourly resistance. 15% scalp trade. I took 260s on low day of break. This is how you scalp. Hey, man, don't you know I'm live, bro? This is... It's kind of the only reason I got out. The other reason being I'm so far out of the money. But I look left of the chart probably more than anybody you know. I got to know what's happened before it's come up to some of these ranges. And the last time it hit, this is tweezer tops here at 565.55 to the penny. And we're right back. We're a little bit above it. But last time that happened, 566. I have my glasses on and couldn't read that. That's sad. So we're right at that rejection again. And the last time it did that, it dropped $12. So, again, not something I want to manage. I like the CRM play. I'm seeing an inverse head and shoulders as well on the 2 hour. I will keep track. Ram K. Thank you, man. I like the K a lot. I like the K a lot. I like the play a lot. I don't trade the 2 hour. That's interesting, though. Let me see. CRM. Guy has no respect for my life. 2 hour. It's kind of inversey. Let's see. Boom. Boom. Maybe. Yeah. I guess I kind of see it. Will I be live tomorrow? I can be. At least for the first maybe hour. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do 6 to 7 or 6 to 7:30. Wow. Opens are usually where the action is. But it also, I guess I kind of have to get better at, and this is still all very new, get better at being able to trade, like actually trade and stream at the same time. So, but you guys know I don't take a lot of trades anyway. I look for the best setup. Take the best setup and go from there. So if it plays out intraday and I'm not distracted, I can do it at the same time. But right now I'll commit to at least one live a week. We'll see how that goes. And maybe I should change the description. Maybe it's not watch me trade live. Maybe it's just watch me chart live. I think it's tough to actually trade live and on camera in front of people. I think a lot of people tend to take things that they normally wouldn't take if they weren't in front of people. Watch the cues and watch the cues. I smell something. It doesn't smell right. It doesn't smell right. This isn't being accepted. They don't like it. So. Don't forget, if you are here and you have not subscribed, I would greatly appreciate you hitting the subscribe button. So I'll tell you why the subscription thing is important, at least to me. If you're under 100 subs, you can't get your custom YouTube URL. So I kind of want youtube.com/meetjason. And you need 100 to get it. I'm at 72. If somehow we can get 28 more, I would be ecstatic. I'll even send you a Meet Jason t-shirt. Send out a bunch of them. You guys can get people subscribe. On top of some winning plays, of course. I'll be more active in members picks as well. Next year. Not this year. Is Warwick still here? I know he is. Can you say something? I have a question. I can take coin off. I don't need to look at coin. So these look very similar. SPX on the 15, NQ on the 15. Both prices are not being accepted. We are trapped under the ADMA. So it's just chop. There's nothing, premium will cook you, barbecue you here. Nothing can go if both of these aren't doing anything. Amazon flag. Let's see. Let's see, TSLA. Again, you have to be perfect with Amazon. Your entry has to be perfect. Because chop will kill you. Consolidation will kill you. You have to be prepared to, if you take a contract, you have to be prepared to watch it go red 80%. Because the next 15-minute candle can put you up 40%. So you have to, it's a two-headed monster. You have to be able to withstand consolidation or any pullback. And your entry has to be perfect. Amazon's very tough to play. It's also not a retail name. No one is buying. No one's buying Amazon. No one says, "Hey, I'm gonna go buy my kid a $3,400 stock." It's all traded by bots, so we're at their mercy. You just have to understand that. No one's mentioned Upstart today. I played this yesterday for a scalp. I think I bought 160s. It was in and out. I think I took 40%. And it gave it all back, of course, because that's what Upstart does. We have a gap to fill. Looks like it wants to fill. Small gap on the hourly. 149, not much further to go. What's the daily look like? probably going to lose the ADMA. I was about to ask your take on Upstart. My take on Upstart. Again, this thing went from 400 to 150. Boy, you talk about euphoria. Well, this was peak euphoria, right? I mean, this went crazy. It got chopped more than 50%. Yeah, Amazon's going 34.40. I mean, if you're gonna take calls, I guess here is the place to take calls. Now I have to look. Give me 1 second. I'll get back to Upstart in a minute, Ramke. Let me just look at the options, the chain for Amazon. Dog's going crazy. Had to put him in the crate. All right, let's see. I'm waiting for Thinkorswim to load. Pull up the options chain. Might be faster on 3600s are 520. The bid and the ask. That's getting tight. Can Amazon have a day two is the question. Can Amazon have a day two? It's the only thing that matters. I don't know how much more premium you can squeeze. I mean, 34.50 is a nice psychological number. Just quick confirmation on Apple. Did it hit top level on fib? I draw bottom to top on the hourly, 167 to 181.13. Yeah, give me 1 second. You said the hourly. So 167.50. Yep. That's the impulsive move. Actually, I know this is contrary to what I say. Bottom to top on the hourly. I'll tell you why I'll pull from a different place. And it may or may not be wrong. I'd rather pull from here. This 160, it looks like 168. Give me a second. Oh, 169. Because of this red candle. If I pull from here, the move effectively ended because of this red candle to me. So the next impulsive move would be here. And it's nice because it's a break of the ADMA. So I pull from 169, and then I would pull here, and you're looking for a retracement. Give me 1 more second. This is I promised the last time. I'll get off screen. Let me put the dog outside. I don't know how much better that'll be if he barked. At least he's not whining. Okay. 169. So I'd pull from here. This is where I'd pull from. I'm not sure I'm looking for erasement back to the golden pocket, but you can see the 0.236 held. Again, that's if you're if you're ranking the fibs from importance to least important, 0.236 is very bullish. A bounce from the 0.382 is bullish. 0.5 is the last stand. So those are things to look at. I'll get back to Upstart. Amazon's gone, by the way. My take on Upstart. Another retail name, just like a firm that just people got into and just went crazy. You know, that's a squeeze. You know, that is the true definition of a squeeze. People were trying to short everywhere. They wanted the gap to fill. Oh, the gap did fill. Look. They wanted the gap to fill. They knew the gap was going to fill. And they were wrong. And they'd squeeze it all the way to 400. That's insane. You're welcome. I can't pronounce it. I guess I can. Gurvinder. I hope I didn't butcher that, but you're welcome. You know, it broke 100, and I mean, this is just an insane move. It doesn't make any sense. And it's just a squeeze. That's all it is. Upstart was never worth $400. So the gap filled to the downside. I think we've bottomed. So the gap has been filled. We bottomed. And kind of at a base here around 107 to 114. And now we have another gap to fill to the upside. You know, not all gaps fill, but, you know, why not this one? At some point. I don't understand the business model. I'm not too into fundamentals, but you know what happens if people don't pay? Maybe they ding your credit, but I don't know. I'm not sure how much people care about it right now. Those who can afford to buy things, they're buying it. They're not too much using a firm, I don't think, or Upstart. If that's what Upstart does. Do they lend money? I guess I can look. What the hell does Upstart do? Oh, they're cloud-based. I'm completely wrong. Oh, no. Yeah, demand for loans. Yeah, they lend money. Company's network, artificial, enable, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Whatever. Fundamentals aren't my thing. I don't care too much about them. Volume profile. You know, I have the thing on here. This VPVR. But yeah, I guess I understand this. There's huge volume nodes down here. Wow, that use it as support. Huh. Oh, I'll have to watch a YouTube video on this. I added this 2 years ago and I've never used it. I just thought it'd be a good thing to have on the chart. But you're right. Good place to buy, I guess. Premium still jacked on that name? Let's see. And in typical Amazon fashion, premiums all over the place. 3600s are hovering around $5. You got the bid at 480. The ask at 490. They're getting tight on Amazon. Now it's flying 505 to 550. How do you trade something like this? You know, it's one of those things you swing. Like if you're gonna take a position, it's a position you have to swing. It's very hard to scalp. The spreads aren't tight enough. You know, when you have a 30-cent spread on Amazon, by the time you click your mouse to get an order filled, you know, like say you're not using Active Trader, you're read a position. It's not fun. Got to swing. You got to. Your entry has to be right for Amazon. Amazon's another name. It should have a waiver. If you haven't traded for at least a year, you shouldn't trade Amazon. Long-term account, I doubt they flush it, but they base it there for a while. I agree. 1 second. You guys are gonna hear me yell at the dog. Hey! He's a nutcase, man. He's the true definition of... That's what happens when you go live. He is the quintessential definition of puppy energy. I'm gonna take him out here soon for a walk, but so maybe another 20 minutes. But. Let's look at PayPal. PayPal has to get going soon too. It's a real company. They make real money. Kind of basing here too. Maybe we base for a long time with PayPal. You know, maybe we chop for, a couple months. What do they say? The bigger the base, the higher the space? I don't know. There's a saying out there. I can't remember what it was. But Netflix did that. Netflix based for a year before breaking out. It's a very long base. Let's go back and look at it. Look at that base. I'm going to delete all this. Don't need that. Look at this, man. Look at this base. Gotta draw. You have to draw. There's no shortcuts to trading. Look at this base. September, July of 2020 to August of this year. That's an entire year trading in a range. Just imagine playing. Just buy at support, sell at resistance. Buy at support, sell at resistance. How many times did you get to do that? 1, 2, 3. We'll count this 2, 4, 5, 6. You got to do this 7 times over a year. How much money could you make? Buying at support, selling at resistance. Puts here. Calls here. Puts here. Calls here. $1 million trade. Trades, plural. Market is not as complicated as we think. If you buy time, if you don't buy weeklies, you can make a ton of money. Unless you know how to play weeklies. If you know how to play weeklies, most of us here know how to play weeklies, you can be a profitable trader. Got some DMs. Hold on. Internet's running slow, man. I have a private message from Josh. I'm not going to share it. He's giving me $1 million play. And I agree with it. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. The nodes. Okay. Yep. Makes sense. Cool. I'll go another 15 minutes. 8:45 West Coast time will be my cutoff. Where's Fatty Lex? Fatty Lex has been a member of OS for a very long time. He pops in and out. His icon picture is hilarious. I think at one point he said he was like, I think he said he's 6'5" and like 2 something. That's like LeBron. So he's about to take a fat L on Netflix. Let's see what happened with Netflix. Affirm. Could have shorted this thing, man. Take that conference. No, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want to do that. Affirm below 100 is 90. Between 93 and 96. Lose 100, and Affirm is going to 93 or 96. That's why they're fighting for it so hard. It could double bottom here, but if it can't get back above 103, you're going to see it at 96. You can't change the trend. Chris didn't request it, but I'm going to pull up shop. I think the dog is breaking things. Give me 1 second. Hey, man. Stop. I see you. Oh, man. It's like having a second child. All right, I'm back. Thoughts on Lucid? Let's see. Give me 1 second. He's knocking on the door to come back in. I literally mean that. He knocks on the door. Can you sit? Good boy. Good sit. All right, Lucid. Let's take a look at Lucid. LCID. Basing. Lucid is basing on the hourly. Lost the ADMA. No real volume. There might be a pattern here. There is. This could be a wedge. Not a wedge. Descending triangle. It's been a long time since I've called out patterns. As you guys know, I used to call those out pretty frequently early in the year. You have to be able to switch styles too. Cost of giving a new entry. I'll look at that in just 1 minute, K-Bar. Lucid. Lucid is an easy trade on the hourly if you buy here. You're looking for this to hold. It's actually fairly easy. You're looking for this here to, at bare minimum, test the upper trend line, which is 38.50. If it rejects, fine. But you're eventually looking for something like that. Does that make sense? Digswell? Your stop on this is probably somewhere like 36.30. Type back, let me know if that makes sense to you. I'll explain if it doesn't. You can screenshot it if you want. Or here, I'll screenshot it and put it in the chat. Boom. Digswell. But I think this entry is good because you have a clear stop. And if you want to go lotto, just get a 40 call. It's probably cheap. I'm having a tough time pulling up the option chain. I'll look on my phone in a minute. But if you want to go lotto, degen, get a 40 for next week with no stop. You know, that way you don't get faked out on a candle like this. Because look what happens here. You know, they run like a liquidity raid or a stop raid, and you know, just kind of flush it. I don't, you know, and that's intentional. You know, fake people out. You know, and this happened on an hourly time frame, so who knows how long this took. But this is from 35 to 37. That's a $2.50 move. You know, people are gonna freak out here. They're gonna panic. They're gonna sell, only for it to be bought back up in, you know, probably 15 minutes. It's probably a 15-minute candle that bought this back up. So you can go full degen, $40 call next week. Looking for a break, hourly trend change, something like that. Or you can play something closer to the money with a stop. But the way some of these names move, I'd probably take a lot of. Let me take a look real quick. LCID. Damn. Could have taken that QQQ put. See, I got to get better at being able to trade, and Amazon gave it all back too. All right, I might have to go here soon because the market is giving opportunity that I am not focused on. That's a big upper wick. This is an inverted hammer. NVIDIA is eating dirt, says K-Bar. So what does that mean? That means, let's go to an NVIDIA chart, because I drew this out on the hour. Told you guys to watch it. What happens when we get here? You know, I'm not. I said it earlier. It's. I think dips are to be bought, but you have to know where to buy the dip. You know, I think it retests. I think it sees 297. I'm not happy about missing this Q's play though, because 402s were priced right. They, you know, somebody can go back and scrub and look, but pretty sure I said 402s at $2 were something that I wanted to play. Give me 1 second. Let me look at it. Trade QQQ, and then I'll get back to Lucid as well. 1231, 402 puts are now 273. I said I liked them at 2. I'm not happy about that. But you guys see how I trade. You know, I said this all morning. It didn't look right. I smelled something. We're trapped under the ADMA. We can't get a push up. SPX is going to go. It's probably going to go negative here. But this is what boring trading looks like. It's very profitable. You know, had I taken the 402s, that probably would have been my only trade of the day. We can't hold 48. Hold on. Come on, bro. Can't you see I'm talking? Man, there's opportunity here. Hold on 1 second. DM alert. Yeah, it is. It's boring, Josh. There's trades, though. You said trades. There are trades. You know, they're downside play. Nobody smells out downside plays better than me. Where I really excel is my ability to flip. People think it's flip-flopping, but my ability to go from bull to bear, bear to bull in one candlestick is stellar. AOS. You sound like Chris. These are names I've never heard of. Let's see what AOS is. Let's see. AOS. What is AOS? A.O. Smith Company or Corporation. Well, I mean, look at it. What am I doing here? It's beautiful. This is an algo name, huh? What's their market cap? 13.5 billion. I've never even heard of this company. Never. Give me 1 second. It's gorgeous. I mean, strong push down. I don't know what this is. I don't know what happened here, but went from 80 to 78. And somebody said, "Oh, that's enough." We're programmed to buy at 78.20, and they haven't stopped buying since. This is all algo. It's a decent market cap too, 13.5 billion. Let's look at the daily. Look at this. Jeez. Are we at all-time highs? It's blue sky. Yeah, blue skies. Are you thinking about options, or is this like a long-term thing, or what highlight for you? And while I wait on a reply, I wanted to look at Lucid contracts. Lucid next week. $40 calls are $1.19. That's a lotto. 38 are 185. I mean, if this holds, it goes to 38. I think it's pretty simple. If you get big bull volume next week, because this is next week's contracts, they can get 40. Lucid is all news driven too, though. You know, they need news to get going. Highlight, you gotta let me know if you're looking at options or shares or what. But I guess regardless, it's in blue sky, and it can continue to melt up. Like there's not a reason for it to come down. I guess earnings are coming up. I don't know. That's a month away. You know, if you want to pull a fib, you can do that. Low to high. But I wouldn't draw a fib here really until I get a red day. Going to go here soon. Look for SPX to close under 48. It's trading like it wants to dump down to 47.80 area. Let me look at the daily again, because there's a swing here. Oh, I see it. Oh, I can smell it. I can smell a swing. I can smell a swing. I was so bullish yesterday. Is it just a pause day? That's right, Josh. It is a consolidation day. Only reason I really haven't hopped in anything. But I could have scalped the Qs down to 402. That's how you trade. You take 406s one day, and you take 402 the next. And you print. 1 second. Andrew sent me a message. Let's see what he said. First thing I do today, after the market closes, I call AT&T and I tell them it isn't what they advertise it to be. I'm struggling to stream here. Is Netflix finally ready? Let's see. It's pretty flat on the day now. It's green, but it's not green by much. The dog's going to do something here. Consolidation, Andrew. It's holding the 80 MA, kind of just chopping around. It's holding this. It doesn't want to be sold off. They're not going to sell it off. I still like, what I said on the weekly watch list. Eventually, retracing back to 640. I don't know the steps it takes to get there. I don't know the path it takes, but I think if you can find cheap contracts, it's worth playing to 640, maybe even 650 to get a little cheaper and catch some premium. All right, he's telling me he wants to walk. I think this is my cue to go ahead and sign off. You guys got it from here. I will end. Come on, dude, stop. Give me 5 minutes. All right, give me 2 seconds. Let me put him outside, and then I'll. Oh my God. And I'll give you guys the end of day analysis. 1 sec. We'll walk in a minute. I promise. All right, let's see. All right. ACN. Okay, I'll do ACN as the last one. Not much going on today. Obviously, we were testing this channel. This channel goes back a very long way. Let me turn this off. Something got messed up here. Hold on. No, we have 2 channels. All right, so we'll use this half of the channel and up. So this channel goes back a long way. I would be both shocked and ecstatic if we gapped up tomorrow. That would be awesome. End of year rally, Santa, whatever you want to call it. No way of knowing because this is just a pause day. It's just a consolidation day until the market decides what it wants to do. Do we close above 4,800? That's something to watch out for. I think if volume comes in late at the end of the day, you can swing some of your longs overnight. Qs. Tech still looks weak to me, though. I'm not enthused by the Qs at all. In fact, I think the Qs can go back down to I did have that in mind. 16.3. Yesterday was impressive, but it means nothing if it can't hold. So maybe worst case scenario, we see 16.450 kind of test back to this wick here. So watch that, 16.450. Lose 16.450 and we probably come back down just to bounce around this because we did fake out breakout. We did do this before. Could it be a second time? Maybe. Put my fib back. 0.236, remember, is really bullish. 16.4. 16.5 is a line in the sand, which is also the middle of the channel. Or is it a channel? It is a zone. Let me look at ACN, and I got to get out of here. NVIDIA looks like it's recovering. It doesn't look like my 297 high will come. Unlikely. Unless it happens overnight. It could happen overnight. We never. But it'll give further confirmation to the Qs slipping. Does that make sense? So if we come back down here, that means tech is sold off. All right, let me do ACM before I get out of here. Go on this mile-long walk with the dog. That's how you stay healthy. Gotta walk. My grandmother always told me that. You want to stay healthy, walk. ACM's running. I mean, look at this. Power of the 80 MA. Put it on your charts. 8 or 9, whatever you want. I like 8 because Kobe was number 8. And I was taught on the number 8. So, 1, 2. We got 2 touches. It's late to me to get in here. I wouldn't add a $400 name into all-time highs personally, because I can imagine what the premium is right now. But you know, people want in. RSI is at 71. You know, maybe they squeeze it a little bit more. Is this the ACN from the 90s? AC only knows up. Never played the name, Josh. I've never played the name. It was right at the 0.236 for me. Was just curious with the breakup. Makes sense. We can't trade it. Just invest it. Yeah. Oh, so ACN is the one. So that is the one from when I was a kid. I thought they were a big scam company. Or at least that's the reputation they got. AOS is shares highlight. Yeah, $85. Yeah, I'd imagine that's shares. Yeah, that's a. Yeah, they. I mean, they want to melt it up. If you don't have to worry about premium burning, then yeah, that's a good hold. $85 AOS. So I want to thank you guys, man. You guys are awesome. Love the community. I'll try and do these more often. I thought I'd have a hard time talking tiger blood and Wolverine blood. Once you have COVID, get some immunity. Oh, can you even say that on YouTube? Oh man, I hope they don't pull the stream. Anyway, it was fun. Please, you guys, thumbs up, subscribe. I really want that URL. And I hope you guys have a great trading day. I'll see you guys soon. I'll be in the chat soon too. Walk the dog.